Are you ready to invest in your next Bitcoin miner, but unsure where to start? Look no further than compassmining.io. Why choose Compass Mining? 3 reasons. Number 1, an effortless buying experience. Their state-of-the-art website and secure checkout process make purchasing your Bitcoin miner a breeze. Number 2, their expert guidance. Unsure which Bitcoin miner is right for you? Their friendly, knowledgeable team based in the US is here to help. Number 3, their hosting solutions. Need a place to host your new Bitcoin miners? Compass Mining has over 20 partner locations across the United States. I recently visited their Nebraska facility in December and now host several Bitmain Antminer S21s and S19K Pros at Compass. The experience was fantastic. Ready to learn more? Visit the link down below to set up a free one-on-one consultation with a Compass Mining team member, or watch the full Nebraska mining farm tour down below. Start your Bitcoin mining journey today with Compass Mining. Good morning, afternoon, evening to some of you guys. Some of you guys are joining in like super early, like the wee hours of the morning. If you guys are across the pond over in the other side of the world, let's see, you guys are living in the future. Absolutely, which is funny, which is cool. But welcome, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out. Do appreciate it today. We have added, let me check our volume. Oh, music's probably loud, right? Music's probably a little too loud. Yeah, let me turn this down. I don't want to be killing you guys here. All right, let me know if the music's better. Let me know if the music's better, please. If you guys are on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, I did crank it down a little bit, but welcome. Some of you guys are living in the future, so welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. Do appreciate it very, very much. So we are streaming for a second time this week. Yes, second time this week. So I've decided to start going live on Thursdays as well. So those of you guys that are very familiar with my YouTube channel, I do YouTube content Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. And I always go live on Tuesdays at 12:30. And I decided, you know what, and now I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm about 2 weeks ahead on YouTube content. So planned, recorded, might be edited, might have the thumbnail ready to go. You guys wouldn't believe my content schedule that I live and breathe by. But that being said, I'm ahead. And if I can stay ahead, then I can keep doing content on Thursdays, or YouTube live streams on Thursdays. So that being said, keep me in the know, guys, okay? Please keep me in the know. I would appreciate it. Be like, hey, where are we at? Are we good for a live stream on Thursdays? I will schedule it ahead of time. Each week I schedule my live streams. You guys get several days heads up traditionally, and you'll see it on Tuesday and Thursdays. And I love doing these. Live streams are solely for my community. They don't bring in any, traditionally they don't bring in any new people, right? It's not like I drop a video where traditionally a lot of new miner videos or solo miner videos or anything like that, they bring in new people, which is always awesome. But live streams are solely about just you guys, the community coming to hang out. So that's where we are. Quick music check. I always want the music to be 10%. And so let me know if it's too bumping. What's up, Retro Mike? You overachiever. You know, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. 100%. You are not wrong. Once I get a volume check, I want to read back up in chat. I've missed a lot here, so I do want to check in with you guys. Also, we will be passing off towards the end of the stream, everybody over to Red Panda Mining stream. He's live in about an hour, so I'm going to be live for, there might be like a 30-minute kind of overlap there, but we will be throwing you guys all over to his live stream, which will be great and good to see. Are we going to go live next Thursday? No, we're not going to go live next Thursday. When it's shed, listen, when it's shed build day, hey, thank you very much. When it's shed build day and not shed build day, we're not building a third shed. When it's shed work day, there's no live streaming. We are there to get work done, 100%. All right, so we're getting blown up here. Bare Naked Miner over on YouTube, a member, loyal member, has gifted us 5 memberships, which is stupid, but solely appreciated. So we got some new people coming in as members of the Nomi squad. Welcome. We got Enable, we got King, we got Nelson, we got Kwam, we have Peppa. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Nomi squad. If you guys are not familiar, what in the world is the Nomi squad? The Nomi squad are members on my YouTube channel. You get a fancy green name in the YouTube live chat. But in addition to that, where the real value I feel like exists from an outside perspective looking in is 2 things. First off, in the Discord, the Hobbyist Miner Discord, if you're a member, as long as you connect your YouTube and your Discord together in the settings, it's very simple, 30 seconds, you get access to a Nomi squad channel. And that channel is purely like a little bit more intimate. You know, I'm constantly answering people's questions in there, trying to stay up to date in there. Like, that is something I check multiple times a day. Outside of that, the larger value as a member on the channel is member-only videos. Once or twice a week, usually once, every once in a while a spoil of twice, you get a members video. So great example, like a week ago, I released a members video down in Texas at a mining farm. The video hasn't released yet. The video is not going to release for another week, but I have a members video I recorded right from there. You guys get to see it early on. You get to see a lot of behind the scenes. Another members video that came out more recently was a behind the scenes over at my crypto mining compound of just kind of seeing what I've been working on, seeing what's going on behind the scenes. So if you are at that level of like, hey, I really enjoy the Hobbyist Miner content, the community, the atmosphere, the environment, like, feel free. But like, honestly, don't feel you need to be a member. Don't feel you need to go ahead and because it's a financial commitment, right? It's like $4.99 or $2.99 a month or something like that. Anyways, the Cooking Mailman comes in as another Nomi squad member as well. Dude, I cannot forget your name, by the way. Every once in a while I hear it on like Red Panda Mining's live streams when I listen to it. I usually never catch Panda's live streams live. I'm always listening to the video afterwards. I always hear your name. It always stands out. And Zapirate, what are you doing? Thank you very much for being a member on the channel. Do appreciate it, guys. All right, I want to scoop back and look at, thank you guys, by the way. 7 members in the first like 5 minutes of the live stream. Absolutely insane. Maybe I'll do something. That gives me an idea. I'm gonna look into something tomorrow. Anyways, I want to catch up on chat. I haven't had the opportunity. Guys, we are live on Twitter. We are live on Twitch. We got Max Voltage on Twitch. What are you doing, Max? Welcome. Just popping in to say hi. Have a doctor's appointment in a few minutes. Welcome, Max. Hope everything goes well for you. And guys, we are live over on TikTok as well. And we will have Instagram coming in the next few weeks. But let's go ahead. I want to rewind a little bit, bump up a little bit, get back to chat, catch up a little bit. Some of you guys, you know, had some great things. So like Flatbed here says, hello from the Northeast. So funny, Flatbed, if you're still here, I grew up every summer going up to Jim Thorpe, Lake Harmony area. I'm in Pennsylvania, but that's where I grew up. Like my summers were very much spent in that area. Bare Naked Miner says, good afternoon. Got to get used to these Thursdays. I'm ready early. I like it, dude. I like it. I appreciate it. The Tadettes, welcome. Happy to have you. We talked about the Cooking Mailman. Happy to have you here. The land of 10,000 potholes. You must be talking about Pennsylvania. The UK is awful at the moment with potholes. Oh man, crazy. Tech Man coming in the early crew. Steven, welcome, Steven. Thank you very much for being a member. Cool IRC, happy to have you, man. First time 13. Hello, everyone. Mark Smith from Oklahoma. I've never been to Oklahoma. I actually have a map. You guys might catch it in my live stream videos off to the side. And my kids and I love doing it. We pin everywhere I've been for crypto mining. All my travels, all my mining farm tours, all the conventions. So we pin on there. Haven't been to Oklahoma yet. Haven't seen anything yet. Wish I could mine XRP. Well, listen, you can't mine something that is proof of stake. However, what you could do, Peter, is use a platform like Unmineable, where it's on my website. You can go check it out. I have plenty of videos about it. If you can't find them, please reach out. I'll get you connected. You can mine one coin and then select to get paid out in XRP. So there's still avenues for you to accumulate if you're interested, which would be really, really cool. Alas, welcome. Who we got here? Wallace from Dublin. Never been to Dublin. What's up, Little Finny? Thank you again for being a member of the channel. Do appreciate you very, very much. Happy April. What is up, Rude Puts? Good morning. I was like, man, is it Friday? I haven't got my message from Rude Puts yet. What else we got here? Brian Kelly coming in. Welcome, Brian Kelly. Happy to have you here. Carbon Black. Afternoon from sunny Yorkshire, England. Never been to England before, but would love to at some point here. I'm going to decline that. Let's see. Just made it. Heck yeah, Joker. Welcome. Happy to have you here. We already said hello to The Pirate. Node ETC. Welcome. Are you big into those ETC nodes? Very curious. My node took a crap, so resetting everything. Which node? Which node? Let's see here. Now that was an epic start. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cool IRC says it's 5 p.m. Enable is here, present and accounted for. Welcome. It's Easter weekend. That's right. We got Sunday coming up here. Music is okay, a little high. I think I adjusted it. Who was the one who won the Gleam contest? I'll actually go through that. Something I want to do on live streams is actually update people on some of these giveaways. So first off, if you ever wonder like what giveaways are going on right now at this moment and who the winners are, go over to my Discord. I'll put a link in chat using the commands. And there's actually a sub channel in there now called giveaways. And I am posting all active giveaways as well as winners of giveaways. It's just kind of one central point because I always have a lot going on, which is great. Ram, welcome. Happy to have you. Catching up here. Retro Mike. What is up, good sir? Thanks for coming to hang out here. Curb Z, welcome. Hello. Joseph Rayo is here. Going to see him next Thursday. We got a shed work day going on, which is great. Scrolling down the list here. Oh my God, I'm trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. Let's see. Man, oh man. Here we go. Let's see. Retro Mike. No, you should never bootstrap a node. You should always sync from the nodes on the network to make sure you are running the correct chain. Yeah, the only thing I saw talking about bootstrapping, and this is like outside of my technical know-how. I was going through, I'm consolidating a ton of my crypto, like a massive amount of my crypto. And now, let me be honest here. Now is the worst time to be doing it with the way the market is. But I've been talking about consolidating my crypto forever. Like I'm in like 60 to 80 different positions. A fourth of them are inactive. Just you can't do anything with. Projects are done. Exchanges aren't supporting them anymore. And so I've just decided like now is the time. So I have my, I built 8 3090 rigs, if you guys remember back. One of them's constantly giving me issues. So it's become like my test bench rig right now. And I set up a new version of Windows, put it on some VLAN, and I've been downloading a core wallet at a time, going through all my records, doing a core wallet at a time, syncing it, which is great because the bandwidth speeds are 2.5, 2.5 right to the rig. So it's like quick on these syncs. It has a 3090 in it, 3900X, and it's just like crushing that to get that synced. And then I am swapping out of those coins. Now, as I said, don't do what I'm doing. Like this is really something I should have done during the last bull run. You should always do this during the bull run, consolidate down. But for me, I'm like, I just got to get it done. I've been talking about doing this for 2 years, so I'm done with it. So I want to get down to like 15 positions is kind of my goal. But I just saw it there. But talking about bootstrapping, Ironfish has that ability to do they call it bootstrap? No, they call it like a snapshot, which I like. It kind of catches you up very, very quickly. Very curious, Retro Mike, is there a downside to that when within their wallet of doing that kind of snapshot to get you caught up and then you just sync that last bit? Would love to know, but I love that. I wish more core wallets would do that. I found a way by stopping the node and zipping the, okay, that sounds very similar like what I tried with the Raptorium, maybe. Enable says, you have enough bandwidth to stream 3 platforms? No. So so today we're using StreamYard. I got it working. I want to build out some fun features more and more with StreamYard versus in the past I've used OBS and I've streamed to restream. Now I am streaming at 720, which many of you guys might not even notice. Some of you will if you're watching at 4K or trying to watch at 4K. All my videos are in 4K, but Twitch only supports 720 if you're not a partner. And I got a long way to go before I'm a partner over there. So I'm using OBS. It doesn't allow you to adjust per platform, so I'm forced to do 720 on all my platforms. So that's what we're on currently right now. So you stream with Streamlabs, and then you stream to their encoder, and then it's their platform, and then it splits it to the different ones out there. So I'm only supporting, which is nothing. This is like only 6,000 is the bandwidth, and when I'm at 5.5, I'm good to go, which is nice. Hello from Sweden. What's up? Well, first off, welcome Mike Michelson. Also welcome Pavel from Sweden. At least there's no tornadoes yet so far. Whoa, what? Show us the map. Which map are we looking at here? Oh, the chat. The chat's working. Look at that. I didn't even update it. Where is it pulling from? What is that pulling from? Hang on here. I didn't realize the chat was working. I forgot I had to update that. Hang on. Have it. Whoa! Whoa! I'm trying to catch up here. What is happening here? YouTube live chat. Weird. Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I haven't used this platform in a while, and the live chat's working, so I'm thrilled about it. I need to catch up here, though, so I do apologize, guys. Give me a second. You guys are chatty Cathy's today. Big Reach Studio. Been a little while, brother. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Y'all don't understand potholes until you visit Pittsburgh. Yeah, PA, listen. PA is terrible. Like, they don't fix the roads. What they do is they patch the roads. This might be very foreign to a lot of people overseas, where, like, here we use asphalt. In Pennsylvania. Go down south to Texas, out west to California, Nevada. They're using more of like a concrete mixture. I'm in not construction, let alone roads, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But that being said, the big one there is, so we use asphalt. So when a pothole forms, and potholes traditionally form with like water getting down in there and then freezing and expanding, and then it cracks it, it creates these holes. Dude, these construction crews come through with just like hot asphalt, dump it in there, pat it down, and move on to the next one. It is the most half-ass worst way to fix a road ever. I'm no expert. I'm not going to try to be, but it is like absolutely terrible. A little Penny says, this morning I got a notification that RPM was doing a live stream at the same time as you. Was that planned as a bet to see who would get more viewers? No. So really funny. Panda and I chat all the time, and we always give each other a hard time when the other one doesn't like look to see who's live streaming during those days. Now, granted, I don't traditionally live stream on Thursdays, but went ahead and checked this morning, rolled over, see what's out there, and it's like, oh, Panda's live streaming the same time I am. And I hit him up, was like, hey brother, like I could change my time if need be. Like, I hate for us to overlap, and let me know. And we had this conversation the other week, and he was like, and I changed my time, and he didn't because he had something going on. So this week he's like, nope, he's gonna change his time. So we try not to overlap. So I'm going to try to pass people off to him. I've actually haven't done that properly or successfully in the past. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to try to push people in his direction at the end of this stream. He's going to start about 1:30 in about 45 minutes. So we'll have about 30-minute overlap, but then I'll push people his way, which is good. Thanks to notifications catching the live stream. Hello from Scotland. Nice. Actually, so a few things. If you guys are in my Discord, shout out to ZaPirate. He had recommended that I do an @everyone in Discord to let them know when I'm going live, because like sometimes YouTube notifications don't work. He's not wrong. Usually, not sometimes, it's usually all the time. And so I decided to do that today. So ZaPirate, you guys can thank him for that notification there. I've been to London, left after 2 hours. Oh, my word, didn't like it. There you go, which is crazy. Nick is here. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get caught up here. Welcome, Nick. Thanks for getting up nice and early. Do appreciate it. How did you get these companies to send you free miners I would like to start an unboxing tech channel. Great question there, Peter. Nothing is free. Absolutely nothing is free. So companies don't, like when I started YouTube 6 years ago, and those of you guys that have been following me for that long know kind of the history of my channel. But what is 87 octane gasoline? That's just the octane level. Like there's different levels. Who control? I'm getting blown up on TikTok with these weird questions from Lev. Who controls the stock market? What is 87 octane gasoline? Unrelated questions. I don't know if you're a bot or not, so I'm going to move on here. So no companies ever send me hardware for free. There's always some type of discussion. There's always a give and take. You know, there is a, hey, you're going to send me this miner. It's not free, right? Like let's say it's a $500 miner, right? The challenge is not the challenge, the agreement, we chat back and forth. Sometimes there's contracts, sometimes there's agreements. That's a $500 miner. So there may very much be $500 worth of content associated with it. Like, okay, I'm going to provide you this, this, and this. The challenge is if you're new or you want to get into YouTube, and you want to start with unboxings, it's not going to work out well for you. And people don't watch YouTube channels just for unboxings. There's much more to that. So you need to kind of earn your cred or make a name for yourself in order for companies to reach out to you, or for you to start reaching out to companies to be like, hey, you know, I have this YouTube channel. Here's my following. Here is, you know, my viewers. Subscribers aren't worth as much. Views are really worth a lot more, because you could have really small channels with barely any subscribers, but massive views based off of like how your videos have done. But that being said, nothing's free. So like, company sends me a small ASIC miner. There's discussions in the background on like, okay, great. But there needs to be some type of financial compensation here, like for the time, the effort, thumbnail editors that are put in, you know, like there's all different discussions there. It's not just here's a miner, like this light bulb here. I have to order more of these. That's why it's in front of me. Like, here's a miner. Great. Sounds good. I'm going to give you free content, free exposure. But you do have to remember, YouTube in this world here, you have a lot going for you once you get some views, some videos, people behind you, because you're able to provide something that all of these resellers, all these manufacturers don't have. And you know what that is? That's direct to demographic exposure. Yes, the people watching this channel are direct crypto miners. You're not going on Facebook or Google, and you're not going ahead and like spending $1,000 or $5,000 and then going ahead and hoping that you get a not even 10% conversion. You probably get 2% conversion of people that even click on whatever that advertisement is, let alone sales conversions. The difference is, in this world, once you start to get into and you grow within this space and you make a name for yourself and you have some credibility and notoriety, is like, great example, like when I talk with companies that have reached out to me or I've reached out to them, and we start talking numbers, financial compensation, commission-based affiliate setup, I can provide them like, okay, I can provide you 10% conversion rate to get to, you know, is it sales? Is it conversion rate to click on a link? So like, I may have a video that has 100,000 views, right? Well, traditionally on my channel, I can provide for 100,000 views. I can provide 10% of those views actually click a link. Now, I can't equate for the percent of people that don't click in a link. That's because YouTube buries direct links in the video description. If you put it in the first pinned comment, great. But a lot of people watch on mobile. They don't ever like bury themselves into comments or links and click on a link. They just go to like that company's website. So there's kind of like abandoned or lost clicks, right? So I can get 10% of people to a company's website. And then on top of that, you then have, okay, what's the conversion from video to website and website to actually sales conversions there? But that's the stuff you really got to keep in mind. So Peter, sorry, you put me off on a whole tangent. I love talking about this stuff. I'm very transparent about it. If you want to chat about it more, feel free to reach out. Love to help you. Love to give you some guidance. I have a lot of people in your situation that book time with me over on YouTube or on my website. I have a one-on-one consulting, and you can go ahead and book time with me and we can literally chat about this one-on-one. So if you're interested, feel free, go ahead over there. All right, catching up on chat. You guys got me off on all of these tangents. I am sorry. I tried to use the super chat. Do you have that enabled? Came up here. I will look. I am not even caught up to that yet. Can Retro Mike find me? There you go. Okay. When CSGO with Hawk? There you go. Hobbyist, why not just move the coins to a ballot wallet instead of dumping them? You can let them sit. So, okay, great question there, Tech Man. Great question there. I have found, and a lot of other people have found, and I'm sorry guys, I'm still catching up on chat here. You guys got me off on tangents, which is absolutely good. I love to see it here. Tom Jones, can I mine Litecoin under a SHA-256 miner? No. Litecoin is a script. It's on the script algorithm. A SHA-256 miner is a SHA-256 miner. Two different algorithms entirely. You cannot make an apple an orange, and you can't make an orange an apple. They are completely separate. But if you have a SHA-256 miner, you can mine things like Bitcoin Cash, Digibyte. There's a whole bunch of different ones out there. So that being said here, I was just going to answer a question. Oh, about wallets. Techman was asking about wallets. So why not just move them to a wallet and just leave them there? Well, a few things. First off, some of these coins and projects I'm in don't even have like an easy wallet. They have a core wallet that you have to sync. I don't like keeping core wallets just syncing online 24/7. Just something about the security perspective. So like I have VM set up on VLANs, they're syncing, and then after it syncs, I shut them down and I power them back on, and it's absolutely crazy. But that being said, anyways, you will, like, I have coins from like 5 years ago that are dead and gone. And so at some point you have to cut your ties with some of these coins you're in, because you have to make a decision. Do you hold these forever with the hope that it will eventually pump, or do you dump them? And you kind of have to make that decision. And I've been in this for 6 years. I will no way call myself an OG, no way call myself a veteran. It is so enlightening when I speak with somebody like Bitsby Trippin and discuss that more and more, where like he's been in it since like the early days of and posting on the Bitcoin talk forums when like Bitcoin like was actually very active on there and such, and Satoshi Nakamoto was posting on there. Like, it's great and enlightening to chat with him, but something that I feel that I have learned is like the mentality of diamond hands is stupid and not smart in any way. You are not in this for I'm going to hold everything until eternity, until it pumps and goes 10 to 100x, because that will never happen. That situation is like 1% of all crypto projects out there. And what we've learned more recently over the last 2 years, let's say, is just because Bitcoin pumps does not mean altcoins will react. That also means we've also seen there isn't a guaranteed altcoin season that is going to occur where, man, my coin that's worth fractions of a penny is going to be worth 1 penny someday. There's no guarantees. It's actually more likely that project will fail and that will be worth nothing. So that being said, I'm no longer in that boat. I need to consolidate down. I need to take profits here. You know, it's a very different mindset than 2021 and 2020. So hopefully that answers your question there, but everybody has their own strategy and do what like you're most comfortable with, for sure. Okay. I'm trying to catch up on chat because I'm so far behind. Ironfish is still alive. I don't know. I just sold it all that I had. Just joined the Discord and getting spammed with friend requests. Yep. That is 100%, unfortunately, the norm within this industry, or is like, there are so many people that, there's so many fake spam accounts. Even for myself, there's fake accounts out there that are trying to sell you on some trading scam. There's nothing I can do about it. It, unfortunately, we ban within my Discord as many of those as we can, but as many as we ban, there's actually those bots out there that haven't even joined my Discord. Discord has terrible security to start with. They allow you to take a bot and go ahead and scrape your Discord member list without ever joining your Discord. How is that not an easy permission to fix? Like, it's crazy. So like, I have like a process when people join the Discord, and like a quasi authentication process to like figure out that these people are bot. Like, it'll go through it, determine like, are they a bot, are they not a bot? But the challenge is, or scammers, is like a person can click through those. A bot's not gonna be able to do it. And the challenge is they don't even go through that. They just go ahead and just go through your Discord member list without ever joining. Okay, the cooling mailman. I appreciate you. Here, can I redo this here? Ready? I am very late to the game. I have to say thank you. You and Red Panda Mining have great videos and have been a great help. Here's a little something. Thank you very much for the $10, man. I apologize for being crazy late to the game here. What's up, Automatic Beats? Welcome, 306 Miner. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Shadow is here as well. Man, all these people coming in. I love to see it. All right, let's see here. I am catching up on all these chats. I'm just reading through real quick. All right, I'm trying to read through. All over the place today. What's up, David Hall? I'm just trying to catch up on chat here. What's your thoughts on XYO and XL1 tokens? Never heard of them before. Never heard of them before. What are they? My guess is they're not proof of work. Just a guess. Most of the coins you mine will not do anything. 100% Zapirate, 100%. And I did a ton of spec mining back in the day, right? Of like, it was much more common with GPU mining for spec mining. It was super common. You know, you'd be on this coin for a month, you'd be another coin. So like, there's so many that you accumulated. And if you didn't sell them and dump them, they're dead now. Like, those projects are gone. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow, thank you. That is the best advice I've gotten about YouTube startup. Super nice of you to take the time to go into it into detail. Absolutely, Peter. Yeah, and as I said, if you want to talk more, book some one-on-one time with me and we can literally go through all your questions and recommendations. The nice thing is, Peter, is if you're going to get into YouTube and crypto mining right now, it's a great time. And people might be like, well, why? The market's not booming. Crypto mining isn't trending. It's because YouTube algorithm right now is highly favoring new YouTube channels. All right, I am caught up on chat. Thank you. I'm sorry it took that long, and I'm sorry that I went off on too many tangents. You guys just got me going today. All right, so now that we're caught up, let's recap on some things from last stream. So last stream we hit another Bitcoin Cash block. Love it. 2 weeks in a row, 2 Bitcoin Cash blocks. Now last week there were no packages available. These were sold out. Same thing with today. The demand's crazy. So last week we did team mining, and I did Team Silver, and we did Bitcoin Cash. And so last week's Bitcoin Cash block was shared amongst all the people that got in on this team mining effort. Think of like myself and all of you guys, and we all went in on mining a coin on the same address with a massive amount of hash rate. So we did hit 1 block, which was great. So we ended up with like $350 is what it ended up being in Bitcoin Cash. That being said, I spent like $100 some on that. So, you know, we ended up like $150 profit, which was cool, which was absolutely cool. So that's 2 weeks in a row on Bitcoin Cash, which is awesome. We're going to do this again on Tuesday. I'm only budgeting $100 a week for nice hash easy mining. So we're going to continue to do that on Tuesday. The week before, though, we did mining by ourselves with the individual one, and we did hit that block. So we did walk away with $1,400 with Bitcoin Cash. And last live stream on Tuesday, we walked through what that looked like. So like we won it. It ended up going to my wallet. I use a Tangent test wallet for a lot of this stuff. And then from there, ended up converting it to Bitcoin. And then from there, sending it to my more long-term holdings wallet is what I did for sure. RXD is a hidden gem, but is dormant. I would disagree. So is it dormant? Yes. What are they doing over there that is setting with RXD? What are they doing over there that's setting that project apart in 2026? What are they doing over there to partner with Fortune 500 companies to make that token worth anything but fractions of a penny? Like, this is not me hating. This is just, I constantly hear people come to the table talking about this project, this project, this project. And it's like, what is of value with that project? What are they doing at all? Yeah. What was your hash rate in the team one? Let's take I think we can look at it, right? Let's take a look here. Completed packages. Here's Team Silver. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Let's see. That was the block reward. My shares were 1/3. I did 20 shares. Your total shares. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down slowly. Total blockchain reward. My shares, my reward. I wanted to see if it showed it. Does it? It does not show how much hash rate. It does not. I thought it did. Does it show it with the other ones? Let me go like current ones. Oh, these are all sold out right now. Yeah, anyone recall? I don't recall. 3 dots in the top right. Thank you. Let me take a look here. I'll take a look. 3 dots, top right. Go to my order. Order algorithm miners. Start order live. Okay. I mean, I guess I can scroll over this. Yeah, speed at pool. I mean, I guess if you look, yeah, I mean, I guess if you look at where this was at, 0.3338 exahash. Does it say it down here? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yep, right down here. Speed at pool, 0.3249. So if you wanted to take that, exahash to terahash, if you guys wanted to take that and convert it from a terahash perspective, because those are just the world that we live in traditionally as home miners, 324,900 terahash. That's crazy, absolutely crazy, for sure, to see that in there. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, because thank you, Nick, for telling me the direction to go to kind of see some of those things. I mean, there's the delta difference between measured pool speed and the speed paying for. Interesting that it breaks that down, which is kind of cool. Last 5 minutes for chart selected time span. Okay, so like that's a little bit less than if you look over here. You can kind of get some better ideas. That's cool though. Thank you, Nick, for explaining that. That's pretty legit, pretty cool there to be able to see that. But yeah, we'll do some more of that coming up in the near future. Oh, we were talking about giveaways. Let's get back to this. So I wanted to update you guys. Each live stream, I'm going to update you guys on anything with our giveaways that we've done. So to give you guys an idea, we did last month in March, we were hosting a giveaway with PlebSource for the Hammer Miner DC02. That ended. That was March 1st to the end of March. I'll pick that winner yesterday. So Gabriel D from New Jersey, I don't want to provide his whole name, but Gabriel D from New Jersey ended up winning that. Just dropped that off actually at UPS. Once again, if you guys ever want to know which giveaways are running right now, as well as which who are the winners, I have a giveaways channel in my Discord that has all this information to kind of keep you guys up to date. And I'm manually updating that. I'm not running anything that's updating that. The other one here, we did pick a winner just because I use YouTube random comment picker. The giveaway we were running for the Helium Deploy starter kit, which is one of the BitAxe version 3 Gamma 601. That's version 3, plus a Tangent wallet, kind of a starter kit that we did this video on. TC Gaming-KS ended up winning that, and that winner was picked yesterday as well. And then something new, I'll put a link in chat here for you guys. This is a current giveaway running in April. I've partnered up with the team over at Brains Forge. They're part of the Brains company umbrella there. They are giving away a Brains BMM 101 home solo Bitcoin miner. Go check it out. There's a giveaway link in chat. This will run the entire month of April. And then at the 1st of May, we'll go ahead and pick our winner. So I linked that in chat. You can find it on Twitter. You can find it in my Discord in that giveaway channel. You can find all of those out there if you guys are interested. All right. Well, didn't mean to click that. Sorry. All right, catching up on chat here. Are there any USB miners which can mine Ethereum or Solana? No. Those coins are not proof of work. Ethereum went away from proof of work. How many years was that, guys? 2? 3 years? I feel like 3 years. Am I right? September, I thought. I forget what year it was. 22? 4 years? Almost 4 years. Yeah, Ethereum is not mineable, and most likely part of the demise of that project, but we'll see. Solana as well is not something that you can mine as a proof of stake. It's always been proof of stake in that regard. But you can always like mine other things like I talked about. and then flip them into Solana. I do that with like DePIN projects that are more like proof of participation. Helium is a great example. All my helium that I mine and earn, I'm no longer holding it. I just swap it right over to Solana about once a month, give or take. And that seems to work out pretty nicely. Why is, let me change this a little chat box. It's odd that the chat box is not staying up to date. Let me see here. Show messages. Okay. Disable message animation. Show platform icons. Icon. Oh, there's usually a button that says like disable it. Oh, shut down source when not visible. There it is. There we go. We want that to keep running. Okay. Let's see. Catching up on chat. I just had to go to a classroom and press the on button on top of my job podium in a classroom, even though the instructor assured me it was like, dude, you're in like Big Reach Studios. That is like IT support like 101, right? It's like, have you rebooted it, right? And then if not, it's like going there and pressing a button and bam, like what I always told people, because I was in the IT industry for 20 years before I ended up leaving that industry last March actually, was if it isn't power cycling it, you just need an IT person to touch it. That's all you got to do. You just have to have people touch. IT guy just has to touch it. Bam, magic, absolute magic. Let's see. Someone is renting 3 exahash. That is why there's no SHA-256 packages. Wow, that's a lot. Joseph Rayo, every package on NiceHash is sold out. Yes. How much do you think that cost? I don't know. How much? Oh, I'm sorry. Kreener, what are you referring to? K3, have any of those projects worked out? I'm going to tell you, but I also want to provide you a video that I did more recently on this subject, because I think that's a great question, and I think it deserves more than the 2 minutes that I provide you today. So over on my YouTube, there's a video, and it is right here. I'm begging you to mine smarter. I'm going to share it with you right here. I'm going to share it in chat. Just add this to your like watch later list. You don't have to listen to it or watch it right now, but I'll link it in chat. And in this video, oh my God, advertisement. I talk about this more and more, and I will want to answer. I'm going to wait for this advertisement to finish. Okay. So that being said, I talk about your exact question of, you know, has any DePIN project worked out? So in that video, we talk about DePIN about halfway through, and the subject I talk about in there is I've probably gotten into about 20 DePIN projects since I started about 6 years ago. In that video, I talk about the fact, just in the middle of it, about DePIN. I talk about home mining, and I also talk about full-size ASIC mining at home. But I talk about with DePIN, there was a great CoinDesk article that came out at the beginning of the year, maybe January, February, probably January, that talks about all the different sectors of mining. And DePIN performed the worst and was down 70% from 2025 going into 2026. And why that was a few reasons. One, a lot of these DePIN projects never make it to mainnet. Of the projects that do, most of them do not execute going from testnet to mainnet successfully. And we've seen that with a lot of projects where, oh, we're going to go to mainnet, but we're going to have a lockup. Like look at like Acrast, for example. Acrast went to mainnet, but any of those, you had a 3-year lockup period. That project will not be around for 3 years. So they have like a 3-year lockup period that they announced when going to mainnet. What? Like traditionally, when you get into a project before testnet or even in testnet, you reward the people that helped make your project successful and move into mainnet, right? And how do you do that? Well, you either add a conversion in there of like, okay, we're going to do a 2-to-1 conversion or a 5-to-1 or a 10-to-1 conversion of 10 of your testnet tokens into 1 of your mainnet tokens. Great, fine, love that idea, perfectly okay with that. But doing a lockup period for the people that sat around and supported your project for 1-2 years maybe before it ever goes to mainnet, and then being like, we're doing a lockup period because we don't want our project to be over, that's why they do it. They don't want their project to be over liquidated, kills the project. And granted, Acrast kind of did a weird combo. They allowed people to liquidate out in a weird avenue. I forget what it was, but there's been a lot of other projects that have done that and just flop. And it's like, wait, you're penalizing the people that helped get your project started. So anyways, a lot of projects going to mainnet just died after mainnet because they completely handled it wrong. In addition, a lot of these projects in DePIN, once they went over to mainnet, they actually have the issue of like never bringing real world value. And that's the problem that I see a lot of the times where like they get to mainnet and they have no real world partners. There's no partners out there actually utilizing, or brands. And I always say this about DePIN, Fortune 500 companies. Why are we not partnering with them more in order to allow that project to take off? There's not enough business development put into these DePIN projects that once it gets to mainnet, it just flops, absolutely flops, which is absolutely nuts to see. So that being said, I want to get back to answering your question, and I'm giving you more than 2 minutes on this. The two projects that have been successful for me, my biggest one, I'll get to that second. My second largest one is GeoNet. GeoNet continued to be profitable for me, continued to work out for me. And I have two GeoNets. One of them is in, or neither of them actually are in their own hex. That's so frustrating because of the fact that like 2 weeks before I installed mine, someone got theirs up and running. Regardless, GeoNet's up and running, doesn't cost me anything. The watts are like nothing. So I just let that accumulate at this point. That is one of my 15. I was talking about this at the top of the stream. I'm in 60 to 80 positions, trying to get down to about 15. GeoNet is one that I'm continuing to hold. I think there's still value there. The final one is one that I did a video on, and let me find it real quick because I think there's value for you as well. I want to find it. Here it is right here. Crushing it with Helium Mobile. How much I made with Helium 5G. So Helium 5G is one that I made my most money in DePIN with. This video, Helium 5G is one that I ended up actually kick-starting my ASIC mining journey with. I owned one ASIC miner when I first got into Helium, going back to the last bull run. It was an S19J Pro 104 terahash model, and that one really helped to kickstart, my ASIC mining journey. It really what pushed me to build that additional shed and build it out and everything like that. Why? Because I got into Helium 5G early, not super early, but early, to the point where like before I even ran one, I actually bought one from an operator that was running them down in Florida. That's actually where they actually ran their test base for all the Helium 5G units. There was a platform called Moken.io. You could go on there and you could buy 75% of a unit. It was a weird quasi setup where like the operator owned 25%, you bought 75%. So you got 75% of the rewards. They got 25% of the rewards. So you may buy one outright. I think mine was like $2,500. That was my cost. And then I only got 75% of the earnings. Oh, thank you very much there. Why did that go off? That was weird. Oh, the cooking mailman. I'll have to take a look at that again. But that being said, I was accumulating Helium's token, which was called Mobile at that time. I was accumulating Mobile very, very early. Fractions of a penny. Well, then it went ahead and took off, and it moved like a few decimal places, not just one, but a few decimal places. And I sold, during those times, I sold 50% of my earnings. I was able to take that, and that was 5 figures, to be honest with you, which was awesome. $2,500 investment to walk away with 5 figures. And I went ahead and bought a number of my first ASIC miners. So that is like my success story. And in this video that you guys see here that I linked in chat, I go through it. This whole story just in more detail. But great question. Appreciate you asking that 100%. I like the 4D Sky project, but the cost of the entry is high and the rewards seem small. K3, great thought there. With DePIN mining, it is traditionally, I would say, low risk and low reward. And here's what I mean by that. The price of 4D Sky is not high. It's like $1,000 or something like that. Crypto mining is very much risk and reward. So you're spending $1,000, right? And you're taking on very low risk. It's only $1,000. In the grand scheme, $1,000 is not that much money. For the fact of your electric bill from that 4D Sky is like 10 watts. Like it's like nothing, barely using anything. So that being said, and I know it's all relative, but in the grand scheme of cost of the mining industry, what you could spend is not that much, $1,000, right? But there's no guarantee you're going to make profit off of that. There's no guarantee it's going to even get to testnet. We're just earning points right now. I don't even think there's a testnet token yet. They're not even in that phase yet. They got to go to testnet and then mainnet. So you could spend $1,000 and see zero return from it eventually. Or you could see you spend $1,000 and that could be the next Helium Mobile in that scenario. The difference is like DePIN projects is not something that you put all your eggs into one basket. Like you're getting into DePIN as a gamble, but I say low risk because it's like you're only spending $1,000. If you're looking for $100 miner, like a BitAxe, right? You have low risk, low reward. It's $100 and, or I'm sorry. And so like, you're not spending a ton of money on it. So your upfront risk isn't that much, but it's also low reward. You have a very small chance of actually hitting a Bitcoin block. So it is all relative. 4D Sky is one that I talk about in that video where like, that's my next gamble. Is that my next 5G, my next mobile? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, catching up on chat here. XYO is a token from DePIN project that is active since. Never heard of it. What's the project? Like what is the miner? Never heard of it. XL1 is the new L1 blockchain from the same DePIN project. Never heard of it. Now, granted, I'm not living and breathing that world, but like, what is the DePIN miner? Like, what is that project? Are they just selling tokens? Like, what's going on there? Would love to know more there, for sure. I don't know why. Is that just super delayed? Oh, yeah. Is my alert thing just super delayed? I saw an alert from a cooking mailman, but nothing came up. I saw it and I heard it and I looked over. But why is there... It's like it didn't update. Yeah, K3, absolutely. Absolutely. Love coin app. DePIN your wallet. Yeah, the cooking mailman, I saw your $10 donation, which I appreciate. What was your last one? Becoming a member? Is that what it was? Becoming a member? I saw the alert come up, but like, am I missing something? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Cooking mailman. Oh, coin app is XYO. Unfortunately, never heard of it. Not to say there's anything wrong with it. I just never heard of it. Like, I'm not familiar with it. That's why I'm like, what's the hardware? Now, traditionally for me, I'm on the hardware side of things, not like the app side, not in that space. So like for me, I'm all about hardware. That's exactly what my channel is about, is purely on that hardware side. It's very hard for me to like, I've only done a few videos on projects that aren't solely hardware related, like Pinex's trading bot. I played around with that and that software, and I still have that bot running. But I've never like, I haven't gone down that route. It's just not my world. There's a lot of other channels that do great on apps, like Tech Hustler. He does a lot of the phone apps and stuff like that. So that might be right up his avenue. I became a member and the $10. Oh, weird. I'm so confused. So confused. Thank you for the $10 though, as I said earlier. Yeah, I'm just not familiar with the Joker, but it's very interesting to see. So it's called Coin App is XYO, and there seems to be a lot of interest in it. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm gonna make a note right now to look at it, but like, that's not traditionally my world. Coin App XYO. Let me just make a note. It would be silly of me, at least not to look into it, right? Absolutely. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be live, guys, till 2 o'clock. So we're about 40 minutes here. Please continue to bring your questions. Would love to hear more from you guys. And get more questions from you guys. Speaking of DePIN, patiently waiting for grass to fold in and fail. I have almost 4 million points. Well, if you're waiting for it to fail, sell out. Can you sell out? I don't know where grass is. I've never done a video. I've never looked into grass that much. Oh, by the way, while we're waiting for your questions, if you guys want one of these, I am giving them away to my community entirely free, covering the sticker and also covering the shipping cost. If you guys are interested, I'll show you how to get one for free right now if you're interested. So to do that, come over to my website. Let me put that in chat. Website. Come over to my website, go to store and merch. Click on check out more merch. Once you're over here, I got rid of all my merch. All getting redone. We got some really cool stuff coming. I'm excited for the first shirts. We're going to be releasing one shirt a month. The other shirts will be available, but I'm excited for the first shirt. Very different for me from a branding perspective. But come over here. Here's the Hobbyist Miner sticker. Click on it. Select 4x4 on the merch store. Add to cart. And when you go to checkout, it has to be 4x4. This is 4x4. When you go to checkout, use the code sticker50, and that will literally cover shipping and the sticker for free anywhere in the world. I will take care of it. Absolutely. I have one limited per person. Please respect that if you can. I'm covering all those costs. It ends up being about just under $10 a sticker traditionally for the sticker and the shipping. So go over, check it out, guys. Free sticker. Go ahead and grab yourself one if that's something that you're interested in. Big Reach Studio. Grass hasn't finished their second season, so their second coin drop hasn't been announced yet. That sounds a little fishy to me. We got Pad Masserie. I am fresh to this. If I put Bitcoin threshold at 0.1 BTC and my target is for 30 days, what is the best way? I'm looking for solo mine. What is the best way? Okay, a few things there. You're solo mining. Oh, hang on. I got to do this on my phone. We're over here on TikTok. So if you're solo mining, oh, hang on. What's going on there? If you're solo mining, you're not going to earn any profit per day at all. You're not going to earn any profit there at all. Solo mining, you are playing the Bitcoin lottery, and if you hit a block, you'll be rewarded out on 3.125 Bitcoin. So if you have your threshold set for 0.1 Bitcoin, you'll absolutely hit that if you hit a block. And your target 30 days. Great. The challenge is what you're saying tells me you're taking a solo miner and you're trying to pool mine with it. The challenge is you will never, ever, ever hit 0.1 with that solo miner. It is not built for that. Like, that is like taking a Honda Civic and saying that you're going to drive it in NASCAR and your hope to ever get first place. It will never happen. Not that I'm a NASCAR fan, just came to mind with me. Help me out here with that analogy. But that's what it sounds like. So are you trying to take a solo miner and pool mine with it? That's what I'm reading. Maybe I'm wrong. Gleam website crashed. Update in progress. We're deploying some change. What are the chances? What are the chances? We got Peter here. Hello, Peter. What is your take on the huge AI data centers? I live in Wisconsin and it is big thing right now. Love it. Love it. I'm all for it. Like, I had a great conversation. Another video I want to send you guys to. Let me show you. And then I want to answer your question. Absolutely. Okay. Hang on. Okay. So, oh, hang on. I like that. Let me copy that. I saw something I like, and I just want to take it. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, I did a video the other day. Highly recommend you guys go check it out. Talking about data centers, Bitcoin mining farms, everything. I did a video the other day right here. Are data centers hurting Bitcoin mining growth? I'm going to put it in chat. Great conversation with an OG in the industry. He's been in the industry longer than anybody in the industry I know. Like 10 years or something like that. It's be tripping. We have great conversation, great input on a lot of this stuff. Something that I have noticed is when you look at like a Bitcoin mining farm or data center is going to be much larger traditionally. The value of that coming to an area is traditionally you have data centers or Bitcoin mining farms going to rural America in the middle of nowhere, traditionally near towns that are dead. Great example. You know, I've been to all different mining farms, as you guys see on the channel. Last one I was at was an hour and a half south of Amarillo. There was nothing for like an hour of driving. Anyways, these data centers or Bitcoin mining farms come to that area. Well, it's fantastic. You're like, well, why? Why is it good? It's building up the infrastructure in the area. Traditionally, when you need to put a data center or you need to put a Bitcoin mining farm in that area, it's building up the electrical infrastructure in that area. Guys, the power grid doesn't get upgraded. It's not like you're replacing a computer on a 5-year schedule at your corporation. They don't upgrade or touch the power grid until it's needed, unless something fails, like transformer or whatever, or they end up having a reason to with like a data center or with a Bitcoin mining farm. Now, that's fantastic. But the power grid is literally from the lineman that did a lot of the work over at my crypto mining compound. He says the power grid is held together with duct tape and spit. He's like, it's terrible. So we're getting infrastructure upgrade, which, as I said, does not happen unless there's a failure or an upgrade. Okay, great. So now we have a town that is pretty much dead to the world, and they're getting an infrastructure upgrade. Great. They may also internet upgrade the infrastructure on the internet. You know, there might be a push to get that upgraded too, which is awesome. The other thing is, what does that data center or that Bitcoin mining farm bring? Well, when done right, it brings jobs to the local economy, and jobs that never existed in that area. An old coal town, an old cattle farm town, whatever it is, it's bringing jobs to that area. The farm that I was just at was a 100 megawatt Bitcoin mining farm that had wind turbines all around it. They own the wind turbines as well, and it was helping to offset some of the electric there. It's bringing jobs to the area. It's bringing economy. People fly in and out, like myself, to see it. I'm renting a car. I'm paying for gas. I'm buying food. I'm going to the restaurants. So when you're talking about data centers, the same thing applies. Data centers actually traditionally employ more people. Now, people traditionally, oh my gosh, you know, the noise, the outside people. I'm sorry. Your town's probably dead anyway. Having new people coming in and like fresh people, fresh talent, more people moving into the area, like there's absolutely value there from a jobs perspective. Now, people are like, oh my gosh, you're coming in, you're going to use all of our water. Most data centers like aren't actually using public water in any way. Some of them may, but a lot of them don't in that regard. Electricity, oh, it's going to increase the price of electricity. Well, maybe not. It all comes down to what that negotiation is in the area. And a lot of the times it comes down to, you know, the infrastructure is getting built up. And if the town is smart, when they go ahead and accept a data center or a Bitcoin mining farm coming in, they make them pay for the actual infrastructure upgrade so that it doesn't get passed on to the power company locally, which then passes it on to customers in the area. So great question there, Peter. Hope that helps out. Did you make it over to do the wiring on the pump yet? No. I'm hoping to go today if time permits. That is why Coin and GeoNet are the kings. Okay. I have my sticker. It's high quality, higher quality than I expected. Heck yeah. Somebody actually just ordered one. So I use Fourth Wall. Actually, 3 people, it looks like. Yep, 3 people just ordered them off Fourth Wall, which is awesome. I am glad to see. Glad to see that for sure. Let's see. Techman, have you tried the dual pool option, 50-50 solo? I have not. To be honest with you, I don't really have a need to use it. The only need I see with the dual pool setup on solo miners is like if you have one and you want to solo mine 50% of your hash rate, which isn't much, you know, let's say you're doing a 1 or you have a 5 or a 10 terahash solo Bitcoin miner, and you're splitting it, that pool in half, your hash rate in half, and you want to do Bitcoin mining with one and Digibyte to the other, or Bitcoin Cash, I can see that value there. For me, I have about 30 solo Bitcoin miners, and so I just designate certain ones for like Bitcoin Cash, and Digibyte. But if you only have a few of those units and you want to split that up, then I can see how that makes sense. What is your biggest block you have hit? Bitcoin Cash. The one I did 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin Cash. I hit a solo block on Bitcoin Cash, was worth $1,400. If I hit a Bitcoin block, I would definitely let you guys know. Hobbyist, thanks again. Going to check it out. Awesome. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, cool. So keeping the conversation going here, We were talking about the stickers before. If you guys are curious, oh, I didn't realize I left this up that entire time. That's okay. If you guys are curious, right now, I actually just sold one of my KS5Ls. I took that off of the store, as well as one of my gold shell bites. So if you guys are curious, I have one gold shell bite left I'm selling, as well as one Ice River KS5L. And I have the Bitcoin merch plug and play Bitcoin node and pool still available. So if you guys are interested, I do need to get some other items added on here. So if you're interested, come over and check it out. If you guys are curious, I'll put a link in chat for this. If you don't want to use USDC, just reach out to me over Discord, and we can figure out, you know, if it's PayPal or Bitcoin or something like that. We could figure something out for sure. This thing's cool looking though. Look at that. That's cool looking. That's cool right there. I like that. All right. Techman says, if I hit a Bitcoin block, we're partying like 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'll enjoy a beer together. How does that sound? I think that'd be perfect. I'd be all for it. 100%. Listen, I hope all of you hit a Bitcoin block. Is there any guarantee? Absolutely not. But that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool, to say the least, which would be really, really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Got a few other things to cover. We are going to end the stream at about 2 o'clock, so about 28 minutes. So please drop any questions or thoughts that you have. I wanted to share this one with you guys. Sorry about the white mode. Twitter doesn't have a dark mode if you're not logged in. I'm not logged in. I'm in incognito mode. But anyways, what I was going to say was I did a post the other day on Twitter, and I talked about the price of full-size ASIC miners have been dropping, which is great, right? Like, the market is responding. We've been in weeks of lower Bitcoin prices, and the prices are coming down. Great example. I'm talking about in this article, an S21 XP. That's 270 terahash, about 3,645 watts. The price is around $3,500 right now. That's insane. For 270 terahash, nuts. Only because, going back to last bull run, I know the price of like 100 terahash miner, and that was 5 years ago, right? Was $15,000 to $17,000. So it's nuts to see like where we've come, where the price of miners are. Hardware prices are pretty good right now. Absolutely. It's a great time to buy if you've been holding on to cash, waiting for low cost of miners. So anyways, I commented about this, and this is in no way throwing shade. I love constructive criticism. I love people's alternative views. And this is not me like trying to throw somebody under the bus. Like Alter Component, great guy. He had commented on that, and he just said, you almost got me with April Fool's post about mining hardware prices being affordable. And this is very interesting. I love people's perspective on like, okay, you're saying that the prices are not affordable. So I commented back, and I want your guys' thoughts on chat here too. What's up, Luke Reaper? So I commented back. I'm just gonna read off real quick here. I just said, people say crypto mining hardware isn't affordable every single time the market is down. It's the same cycle over and over. When profitability isn't printing money daily, suddenly every ASIC feels overpriced. But let's be real. No one is complaining about hardware costs when full-size miners are making $50 a day. Great example, the Bitmain Antminer L9 was $15,000 and making $50 a day. Now it's $4,000, and home miners are still saying too expensive, not seeing past the current daily profitability. That's the downside. A lot of new people, if you're new, welcome, love to have you, but a lot of new people put on blinders and they only look at daily profitability. Back then, everyone was scrambling to buy machines at 3 to 5x the markup without blinking. The challenge for most home miners is mindset. You have to think beyond the four walls of your house and plan ahead. The smart move is putting funds aside during the pumps so you can strike when the market bleeds. That's when hardware is actually cheaper, and that's when the people who think long-term expand their fleet. Most home miners don't do this because their focus is on today's profitability instead of tomorrow's opportunity. Mining is a long game, and the ones who win are the ones who buy when everyone else is scared, not the market is euphoric. So that is something that I find all the time. Now, he had responded, and this isn't like a back and forth drama deal. This is just like constructive back and forth. However, unless you have 6 cents electric and getting hardware at crazy good prices, then mining hasn't been profitable for a long time, my friend. Those are blinders. Those are blinders. Those are blinders of like, I'm looking only right now versus, you know, going back to a bull run mentality and bull run profitability. From a hardcore miner who has been in the game for a long time, unless you are mining and stacking primary or long shot coins, rough. So I disagree 100% with that mindset. If you don't have good electric, then host your miners if they're big boy miners. If you need to, save up your pennies and peanuts and buy and snowball those miners. There's just so much good opportunity out there. And the reason I wanted to share this was I feel, and I want to instill on my community, is stop looking at short-term gains and stop the I want to get rich quick. That is not crypto mining. Guys, wrong industry, wrong setup. Crypto mining is about the long game. Buying during the lows, whether it's buying crypto or whether it's buying hardware, when the market is low, when prices are low, and then reselling when the market is high, when the market is pumping and the bull run is there, especially if we talk about miners and also crypto. Your miners are assets. Sell your assets, including the crypto portions of it, when the market is pumping, and take your profits. Don't diamond hands it up hoping that it's going to 100x. Take your profits for sure. So just some thoughts there. I want to share that with you guys because I do think it's important. Everybody has different mindsets. You know, I might be wrong. Altered component might be right. Definitely some things to take a look at. Luke Reaper comes in. What are some new miners on the horizon? Should we expect our efficiency rates to get sub 100 in the next wave? No, I don't think we'll be at that. When you're looking at full-size ASIC miners, there's some new miners out there to definitely keep an eye on. Bitdeer, definitely. Bitdeer has their new, what's that called? The Bitdeer DT1. So Bitdeer is jumping into script mining, something to keep your eye on. And with script mining, they are coming out with one of the highest hash rate and really good efficiencies. They're coming out the DT1 25 gigahash, which is wild. L9's 15, 16, 17 gigahash. This is 25 gigahash. No announcement on price, no announcement on time period. But yeah, that looks really, really good. Bitcoin mining is a little bit different of a game. Bitcoin mining is one where I'm not recommending people buy Bitcoin miners. I think Bitcoin mining is tough because the hash rate, network hash rate, network difficulty continues to go up. It is seeing no slowing at all. We're not seeing miners powering off. What we're seeing is a lot of these Bitcoin mining farms flipping miners, which they continue to do, but now maybe more than ever, to buy higher hash rate miners. A lot of the new mining farms getting built are going more hydro now, so they're pushing that Bitcoin hash rate even higher. You're averaging 400 to 500 terahash with these hydro miners. And so the challenge is the piece of the pie is getting less and less for what you're getting there, which is really, really a challenge. And so something that you're going to run into with Bitcoin mining, like I always tell people, if you're looking to buy hardware, don't buy Bitcoin miners. And they're like, right now. And they're like, well, why? Well, look at last bull run. 5 years ago, the cream of the crop, the Ferrari, was 100 terahash, right? Where are we at today? We're 5 years later, and we are at 500 terahash. So we have 5x'd. The challenge there is that the network hash rate profitability, you know, that profitability has really shrunk per miner. But look at like script mining instead. Script mining, last bull run, we were at like 9.5 gigahash as the L7. Now we are just breaking in, we've just broken it into that 18 and plus. Now we're up to 20. 20 is more the average right now. Who knows when the DT1 is coming out from them. But the hash rate is just doubled. So instead of 5xing, it's 2x. And so it's much easier to take a script miner, use a pool like Power Pool, which is what I use, and flip that rewards into Bitcoin. Now you're able to accumulate Bitcoin at spending less, but making more, if that totally makes sense. So I would absolutely keep an eye out on the script miners. I want to say AlphaPex DG2 and DG2 Plus, but their price needs to like cut in half, if not more. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They haven't adjusted any of those prices of those miners, even with the market going down, especially with Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is the major token with merge mining that you're getting paid out on. Well, I guess it's Litecoin and then, you know, merge mining with Dogecoin. But like, it's tough for me to push AlphaPex right now. Now, granted, AlphaPex has massive reliability. I don't know anyone who's ever gotten them repaired. Massive reliability out there. It's a great avenue to go when you're looking at hardware. I would recommend buying an AlphaPex miner over Bitmain miner every day of the week. But AlphaPex has to change their entire pricing scheme. I do not know if their cost of goods is significantly higher and they have smaller profit margins. It must be, because there's no reason they're not dropping their prices. Because like Bitmain's beating them on hash rate, Bitmain's beating them on watts and on price. The hard part is putting reliability at the top of the requirements when you're looking at these things. Most miners aren't. They drop reliability down, but like AlphaPex units are the most reliable units on the market. 100%. I would say even higher than like WhatsMiner, and WhatsMiner is pretty dang good. Bitmain's the worst of the worst. And so that being said, great question there, Luke Reaper. I could go off forever on this, but there's a lot of miners on the horizon. I would keep your focus on script mining and stay entirely away from Bitcoin mining, but take those rewards back to Bitcoin. Where do you find trustworthy information on DePIN projects and newer coins to mine? So I have put behind me the chase for, I want to get on the newest coins possible. I've put that behind me. It just isn't worth it. 99 out of 100 times, those coins just never go anywhere and you never make anything off of them. So it's not worth it. When it comes down to new DePIN projects, it is just, I would say Twitter is the best avenue to go, and just keeping, you know, following all the appropriate projects, keeping an ear out there. A lot of YouTube channels have some really good ones. I would say if you guys have ever followed or seen on YouTube Nordic Crypto, let me bring him up real quick here. YouTube, he always has a lot. He's very DePIN focused. Same thing with I'll give you a few. Nordic Crypto. I'm going to recommend other YouTube channels. How's that sound? All right. So Nordic Crypto is a great one to go over and check out. He always has videos out there, which is great, and a good way to go for sure. I highly recommend it. You know, he always has a lot that are out there on the different projects that you guys see out there. Oh, that's interesting. I want to watch this one here. Copy. The other one I would recommend is Crypto Jar. Crypto Jar has a ton. He's actually usually in chat. He has a ton of videos out there as well. Look him up. So Nordic Crypto, Crypto Jar is another one. And then is that it? Yeah, those two. I would say those two are some really good channels out there. And I would highly recommend them if you're looking, just spot some of these. They do a lot of content on very early on within the DePIN space. So it's always a really good avenue to go. Amplifier, what if we got a RPM and Hobbyist miner stream like together? Is that what you're saying? Saul Do, thank you very much for subscribing. At some point, there's going to be a physical limitation on how powerful the chips can be. 100%. What is happening is we are seeing more and more of these ASIC miners put less interest into efficiency and just taking the watts and just jamming them into these miners. And what's happening is I think we're hitting a technology curve where, you know, in the past it's been efficiency is important. Well, the downside is we're seeing massive amount of watts getting pushed in these miners. That's why hydro is becoming more and more popular, because you need better cooling. And now granted, hydro is also much better from a reliability perspective, especially on these chips. But your hydro miners, you know, their price is actually traditionally cheaper, but you have to have the infrastructure to support a hydro miner. You can't just plug that in anywhere. But yes, you're seeing massive watts get thrown at these things, like 6,000 watt or higher miners out there. And then what happens is, okay, great, we're at 450, 500 terahash on these miners, which is amazing, right? You're like, holy cow, this is great. But the challenge is your watts is now through the roof. And when you're looking at Bitcoin mining, for sure, you've got to be really sensitive to efficiency, and just throwing more and more watts at things isn't a solution. It doesn't solve anything for you, because the challenge is your cost for electric, like the cost per kilowatt hour, still exists. So that's something you have to keep in mind for sure. Thanks for the live chat. Can't wait for the next one. Oh, Peter, thanks for coming out. Do appreciate it. Guys, we're gonna be live for about another 14 minutes now. So feel free to go ahead and post in chat. Would love to hear from you guys. Let me do one thing real quick here. I gotta turn something on. Please hold. Please hold. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Please hold. Here we go. All right, that's done, which is good. So yeah, we got about another 15 minutes left in our live stream. Love to get any questions you guys have. Feel free to post those in chat. That would be good. And let's see here. Okay. I want to look at something real quick. Let me see if I can find this. See if I can figure this out. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Let me find it. I thought there was an avenue in here. This music is very interesting, to say the least. Okay, here we go. Yep. Here we go. Oh, there. That's interesting. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, save. Cool, good. Ever looked into solar to offset your kilowatt? Great question there, and able to appreciate it. So solar is interesting. I would recommend people look at solar, especially DIY solar in high hours of sun. What do they call that? Not hours of sun, peak sun. People that are in locations that have a larger amount of peak sun per day. So that's going to be places like California, Texas, you know, Midwest area, where you're having a lot, Midwest South, I guess I would say, that have a lot more peak sun per day. So great example, like who I would recommend not going that route, even spending the money or research into, is like Pennsylvania, for example. Pennsylvania, we have 4 hours of peak sun per day. You're like, oh, okay, 4, I guess. Okay. But that's only 3 months out of the year. That's only like June, July, August. The rest of the year, it's very, very low. And like the winter is even worse. Like, so the challenge is like you want places where you're getting like 8 hours of peak sun a day. Year round would be perfect, right? That's why I'm saying some of these areas like Texas, things like that, where you just get the sun is strong and you're getting that throughout. You just get your money's worth for sure. That's who I would recommend. I would not recommend people that are in like super rainy. Your winters are long. You know, like Pennsylvania is absolutely not the place to do it. Now, I have solar. I got solar before I got into mining, before I knew any better. Knowing what I know now, I would have never have gone the solar route in Pennsylvania. In other areas, it definitely could be an opportunity for sure. My new gaming PC has been rented a few days. Sadly, isn't rented anymore. What platform are you on, Amplifier? Love to hear. We got here Lucin Heat. How's it going, fam? So I'm just starting solo Bitcoin mining. Love it. With a BitX Gamma, what terahash do you think I should aim? So right now, if you're at a BitX Gamma, you're at like what, like 1 terahash, maybe a little bit more. What do you mean by what should you aim for? Are you asking like how much hash rate should you get for solo mining? Is that your question there? Hey, look, enable ask what platform too. Look at that. Salad. It's my gaming PC, so I only do Windows based. It's okay. Interesting. So, Salad, running with the Windows avenue, you're going to find it's massively inconsistent. So take your wins when you can, take your losses. You know, it's absolutely going to happen for sure with Salad. So that being said, I found, if you saw the video, I don't know if you guys saw the video I did a video running on Salad with a 5950 CPU, 64 gigabytes of memory, 2 terabyte NVMe, and a 5090 with a 5 gig NIC that internally for me is 2.5 on the bandwidth side, and provided it to Salad. And I only made $33 in 30 days. It was abysmal. Less than $1.50 average per day. Salad, unfortunately, I think we have to remember, Salad is not built to like, now granted, Amplifier Gaming, you're doing this great. You're doing it on a gaming rig. Love it. Perfect. Salad is not even in the same world or in the wheelhouse as like these GPU AI rig rental platforms that are out there. because they just don't have the demand out there, and they're not really trying to. Like, they have all different avenues that you can rent bandwidth. You know, there's all different ways you can go for that platform, but it's hit or miss. So you're gonna have periods of great rentals. You're gonna have periods of periods meaning like months of like nothingness. But if you're okay with that and you're just running it on your gaming PC, I think that's perfect. You know, it's a great avenue to go. Hobbyist Miner, NiceHash is adding USDT payments soon. Ooh, that'll be nice. I did not hear that. That's awesome. The King, we are lucky here in Australia. Plenty of peak sun. Yes, great example. You know, you're down there below the equator. Lots of great options there for you. Lots of peak sun. Absolutely something to do. I also think you guys in Australia too have a lot of, don't you guys have a lot of like rolling brownouts and such? Am I right there? Loosen heat. How much hash rate should I aim for? Meaning, when should I stop? I'm waiting to get up maybe 15 terahash. Do you think that's a good spot? The answer is unknown. And what I mean by that is, in a utopian world, you're at 1,000,000 terahash. Like, there is no guarantee even at that level that you will hit a Bitcoin block. So there's no, listen, you have the minimum 1 terahash on solo Bitcoin mining. You can take it, you can leave it there. Great. Or you can increase it. As you increase your hash rate, you're increasing your chances of hitting a solo Bitcoin block. But there's no guarantees either. So I could take, you know, what did I last that was at? 3.5 petahash. I could take all of my Bitcoin miners and put them, so 3.5 petahash, and I could put them on solo Bitcoin mining, and in my lifetime, never hit a Bitcoin block. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more perspective that there's no magic number, if that makes sense. Bare Naked Miner, with full-size ASIC, power requirements getting higher, I've decided to change to 50 amp PDUs instead of 30. I get it 100%. I take my 30 amp and I push them to 6,800 6,900 watts. So like I'm using 24 amps or something like that, or more on there. More actually, now that I think about it. I am going above that 80% because I know the wiring from the miner all the way to my transformer has been done by me and my electrician. Most people in most homes don't know that, right? You don't know past your outlet in your wall. And so you got to be careful for sure. Have you run into issues with load balancing smaller circuits? Yes, 100%, 100%. And you'll see in my videos, I'm running 2 full-size ASICs per PDU. Now, for 30 amp 240 volt. Challenge is I sometimes have to balance that because the issue is that I have seen like, oh man, I'm at 7,200 watts. I got to take this down. I got to swap this miner to this miner, find ones that are a little lower hash rate and try to balance that out. I'll be doing that again coming up here soon. Before I go ahead and clean up all my wiring, is do a bunch of moves in my shed to try to balance that out. I have a couple friends that want to invest with me on mining. All right, cool. They have warehouse space with 3-phase. I'd love to go to the route of hydro, ant racks, or something similar. Any good avenues to go? So, Jason, let's be entirely real here with you for like 2 minutes. Warehouse, property, land, solar, none of it means anything. 3-phase, unless you have good electric. I mean, to be frank, for me, every time I go up a cent or down a cent on my kilowatt hour electric bill, up or down a cent, it's $1,000 additional spend based off of my size. Every time I, like, let's say I went from 7.5 cents to, I'm at 7.5 right now. I'm locked in. If I was to go to 8.5 cents, that would be another $1,000 on my electric bill. You need to instead take a step back because you didn't mention your power rate. None of that matters. It's just real. None of what you told me matters if your electric rate is more than 10 cents. I would honestly, instead, like, all of that looks awesome. But the nice thing is I would look at ASIC hosting. In my Discord, just honestly take 10 minutes. It's worth it. In my Discord, there is a channel called Where to Host. There is a video in there, or it's in under beginners, for everything you need to know about hosting. And you might be like, well, why would I go hosting? I have a facility, you know, we got 3-phase because of electric rate. Literally, you will spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to build out what you have. But then if you have your electric rate isn't competitive, all your profit margin, your profit line will go away entirely. Instead, you can have them hosted. You pay no infrastructure cost. You have no electrical build out. You don't have to deal with it or anything. And just bam, you will have it readily available. And you literally could buy a miner today and have it hosted tomorrow. Like, get it out there. All right, 2 weeks, should I be honest, 2 weeks. Get it out there and it'll be hosted. And you're not paying for electrical build out. You're not paying for permits. You're not paying for electricians. Like, it is a massive amount. Now, in today's world, with the cost of goods, with the cost of labor, you got to have a really good electric rate, Jason. Really good. I'm talking like, I would probably not even spend a dime if you are above 8 cents. I wouldn't spend a dime. I would just have it all hosted. Like, it's not worth it because you're not going to make that money back. I'm telling you now, your build out cost, everything you're doing, you're not going to make that money back. So it's something to keep in mind for sure. Guys, we're gonna be live for another few minutes here. We're gonna pass everybody over to Panda's side of the world. Thank you guys for doing that. Okay, last question comes in here. Last question, since I have a BitX Gamma, which ones do you recommend me getting to up to 15 terahash? Which solo miners are the most durable and bang for your buck? So, durable is tough. Durable is tough because every miner is different. It's all silicon lottery. Every chip is different. So, that being said, it's a gamble. I would say your fastest way to crack that 15 terahash for something that is like a most efficient, best bang for your buck is probably the Canaan Avalon Q. That's going to push you well past 15 terahash, even on their low setting. I would say right now, the best, what I have found, the best hash rate, solo miner. So you're getting the lowest per terahash cost is going to be, let me find this real quick here, is going to be the Jingle Miner BTC hash card. I actually just did a article on this. Let me find it. I just did an article on this, and the price per terahash is like $44, which is really, really good for home miners. Works great. And this will get you up to about 12.5. Mine runs about 13 to 14 traditionally. But for $5.99, you're going to hit upwards of that 15 terahash. And then you got your Gamma that'll kind of breach that delta that you're looking for. I think that's a great way to go. So I'll put a link to that article in chat if you're interested, which would be great. But I think that's going to be a good avenue to go. Guys, that's it. We're wrapping it up for today. We're going to head on over to Red Panda Mining stream. If one of the mods could put a link in chat to his stream, that would be great. It will redirect all of you guys over there after this live stream. First Thursday stream. How do you think it went? Did you guys enjoy it? I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And we're going to continue our fun with nice hash easy mining. That should be a really fun time. And we're going to chat things up some more. Thanks again, guys, for joining me. Second live stream of the week. This has been a lot of fun. Time permits, we'll do another one next week. I will see you guys then. Take care. Later.